everyone, and welcome to another Top 5 Records video, and another one in a series in which I take a look at this book, 1001 Albums You Must Hear Before You Die, and I'm asking the question, does the album I'm talking about belong in this book? Now, after quite some searching actually, I found a European first pressing, pressed in Holland, of Tears for Fears songs from The Big Chair. And you might notice that there is this sticker on there. This is a sticker by Melkweg. Melkweg is one of the big and important music venues of the Netherlands. It's based in Amsterdam. And that sticker should, of course, not be there. But, to be quite frank, I was rather desperate to find this album, because I got it as a tip from a salesman at Waterloo Square in Amsterdam. He said, if you're gonna make the video about 1985, you should include Tears for Fears songs from The Big Chair. Now, this is of course not the video with the best albums from 1985. Nevertheless, it is in the book 1001 Albums, so I would like to discuss it. But it was tough to find. I was looking in loads of vinyl stores in Amsterdam, which is a pretty good place to find records, and I could not find it. So, by luck, I found it outside of Amsterdam in another town called Deventer. And but this was the only copy I could find, because I really hate the sticker on here. The state of the cover is not so good, and the state of the vinyl, luckily, is. Now, I gave this a spin with the question, should I include this in 1985 list? And the answer is no, I'm not including it in the 1985 best albums of the year list. Why? And then afterwards I will answer the question about the 1001 albums. Well, first, when I put it on, it opens with Shout. And Shout is a song I've heard many times on the radio. I think everybody has heard that song many times on the radio. And it didn't have any impact anymore on the radio. Now, I put this pressing on, and it's gorgeous. I think there is something beautifully happening on that song. The sound-wise, the way they are singing, the undertones, the actual tone, the tone of the voices. There's so much going on. It's a beautiful, haunting song that is really gripping. So it was the most iconic opener, and I was really into the album. And then we went on to the song The Working Hour, and I thought, well, not really my song, not really my sound. Then you go to Everybody Wants to Rule the World, another one of those songs which I've heard so many times on the radio. And when you hear it on a good pressing, and I think this is a good pressing, man, these guys were doing the most incredible things sound-wise. There is an element of catchiness there, but there is also an element of dissonance. The sound texture, the way it's the effects used, it is really quite something, and that makes it. I mean, that of course these are hits for on the radio, and that's something I find very interesting. When you have one of those radio hits and you hear it on vinyl, does it get a new life? And with this, well, with Shout and Everybody Wants to Rule the World, that is for me the case. It gets a new life. The rest of the album was not really my cup of tea. I gave it 2 spins before I noticed, at a certain moment, it doesn't really surprise me anymore. At a certain moment, I even noticed, especially during side 2, during I Believe or Broken, which are the 5th and the 6th song, I really started thinking, oh man, this is too long. This is just too long. It goes on. So what do I make of it? Does it belong in this book? Now, I think it's obvious that Shout and Everybody Wants to Rule the World should be there, and that this is an iconic moment for 80s pop. So yes, it does belong in the book. And I will give it another spin, and I will put it on when I'm listening to music with friends. But it is not so much inviting to listen to as a whole, in my opinion. Now, okay, it should be in the book. It should be in the book. They're doing something incredible here. It should be in the book. But it's not one of my favorite albums. It's not going to be in my 1985 video, which I will, by the way, release next week. But I'm sure that there are lots of people who love this album and who will disagree. So, they agree, of course, that it should be in 1001 albums, but they might disagree that it's not in the 1985 video. Anyway, leave a comment below. Advise me which song should I give another spin to get closer involved with it. But I'll just see you in the next video, and let's talk right under here. Thank you for watching, and see you in another video. Bye.